What's up, skiers? Joe Johnson here, and this week we are back on the lift with meteorologist for the Weather Channel, Mr. Jim Cantore. Jim, welcome to Alta.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here, especially considering from what I have come from this winter. Now we're looking at potential record heat down the valley. It's a nice 40-degree day up here at Alta. Beautiful spring scan. Beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Jim's working on his tan here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I am. Can you tell?
For those people out there who don't know you, Jim, give us the quick and dirty background on you.
Jim's dad said to him when he was a senior in high school, son, you ought to go study the weather. You're a freak when it snows. You leave the barn light on all night and wait for the first flakes, and then you go out and shovel the driveway so your mother can get to work. True story. So I said, that's a pretty good idea, Dad. So I went and studied the weather. The Weather Channel got a look at my tape. I don't even know how they got a chance to see it, but they did. And they said, let's bring this kid down for a shot. So right out of college, dude. How's that for landing a
Right out of college, you
Right out
got
of
hired
college.
by the Weather Channel.
Right, and the rest is history. In 1992, they asked me if I wanted to go cover the second landfall of Andrew, and I thought about it for about 3 seconds, and I said, absolutely, I want to be out in this stuff.
Nice.
And so in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, we were covering the second landfall of Hurricane Andrew, and that was my first one of now 79 storms.
You have tracked and covered
Hurricanes,
79
That's
storms.
just the tropical systems. That doesn't count winter storms.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just going off of that question then, what is the craziest weather storm tracking experience you've had? Have you had like
You know what?
cars fly by
I
you?
could easily say Katrina because, I mean, we had 30 foot of water. We lost all 4 of our vehicles. Cars were bobbing around in the parking lot like little rubber duckies in a bathtub, all wind blown into one corner. But it was really a cold front that came through Chicago, and we were standing right on the lakeshore of Lake Michigan. And I'm telling you, it went from 40 to 8 degrees with snow squalls, and the snow was like caking on my face, and my whole face was white from frostbite. It was absolutely brutal, absolutely the most brutal thing I've ever been in, and that was ridiculous. I didn't even know I had the frostbite either until I looked at the tape afterward. So I'm like, oh my God, look at my face.
And then it was plainly obvious. How many times have you been to Alta?
This is my first time.
First time to Alta?
Yes, sadly, it's my first time. It was supposed to be last year, but Jim had a left knee scope, and then he decided on the night before he was going to come out here. It was 70 degrees in Atlanta. I'm going to go for a little 2-miler, and I freaking pull up my calf. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. So I said, I'm not going out there to not ski.
So this is your first trip to Alta?
Yes.
Give us your thoughts.
Joe, it's awesome. I mean, I've been to a lot of beautiful mountains. Squaw Valley, Lake Tahoe, Switzerland, but this is one of the most picturesque mountains you can ever get at. I mean, all the pine and the rock outcroppings, and you can just see it from every angle. It's just beautiful. And just great skiable terrain everywhere. Everywhere you can find it.
Everywhere.
So I just love it. I love it.
Nice, that's what we like to hear. Alta is known, obviously, and Utah as a whole, for having the greatest snow on Earth. You're a storm tracker.
Right.
There's plenty of self-proclaimed storm trackers in Utah that love to follow the snow. If you were to give them one tip about following snow, finding the best snow, what would it be?
Go to the high desert, which is where we are here. I mean, you're talking about liquid to frozen ratios here.
Okay.
And to get the light pixie dust, powder, sugar powder, you want to get something that's probably about 25 to 1. In other words, 25 inches of snow out of 1 inch of water. That's a very nice light fluffy snow.
That is
and
definitely.
that's what you get here on a regular basis.
What does a man like Jim Cantore do with his spare time?
Well, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. You need to keep in shape for going out in these storms. I mean, it's a long day. It's a more than often 14 to 18-hour day, and you're getting beat up by the weather. So you need to be in shape for that. So it's nice to run, work out at the gym. I just bought a lake house, an old 1938 lake house. I'm redoing up in North Georgia, which I love. I love spending time up there with my kids. So that's the new project.
What is it about Alta that sticks out to you the most, that you're going to remember when you leave?
Well, the snow's a given, all right? I mean, the
Snow's a
skiing, the open conditions we talked about, but I really like the oldness. I don't have to have new this and new that. I mean, I want to come skiing when I come skiing.
Definitely.
So I like the rustic nature to everything up here. You can just tell there's not been this new buildup up here. I mean, you get the old lodges, and I like that. I really like that. That will resonate with me on this trip.
Well, skiers, this is Joe with On the Lift With. We're getting up towards the end of Wildcat. This has been Jim Cantore. Make sure to tune in next week. We'll be on a different lift with somebody else.